Okay, this is Game Center number 5. It's called the Snakester Game Center. The Snakester is a set of games that all follow the same basic format, except the content changes inside. This is a Snakester version 2, so that means we're going to be doing the 2 times table. And up here it says the directions. Draw a line that starts at the top and it snakes to the bottom. You can move vertically or horizontally, which is up or down, but not diagonally. Use the 2 times table in the following pattern, and you're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and then back down 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. You have to start at the top, end at the bottom, and there's only one route that works to get you from there. Now, here's a way that you could use it. I'm not advocating it, but in theory, someone could make a photocopy, send it home with their students, and the students would take a pencil, consume the paper by writing, all right, let's start 2, 4, 6, and then they can't get to an 8. They would grab their eraser. They would erase that and then take their pencil and try again, and they would keep trying until they found the correct route. Meanwhile, another way to do this is more of a game format, and the way it would work is you take this paper, you put it inside of a sheet protector, and you give it to a pair of students, and there's lots of pairs of students in the room, and you say on the count of 3 we're going to have a race and see who can find the path the quickest. They take their marker, the teacher says 3, 2, 1, go, and the kids start. So they go, let's say they start here, 2, 4, 6, oh no, and then they erase. 2, 4, 6, oh no. And they keep going around till they find it. Now, I think this route goes like this: 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. There we go. So there's the route. You notice it goes from 2 all the way up to 20 and then all the way back down to 2. It starts at the top, ends at the bottom. There is a 2A, a 2B, a 2C. There's a bunch of these 2 puzzles, and then there's one for every times table. There's 3s. It goes 3, 6, 9, 12, up to 30, and then back down for all the different times tables. There's also a set, in case the kids are a little bit older and think this is too young for them. Bam. Toss in a negative sign, and it looks like 7th and 8th grade material. So again, I grab my pen, and I don't know the answer to this one. Let me see if I can find it. 3, 6, 9, 12. Now I need a 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It looks like this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Let's see, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3. I found it. Okay, so there's the pattern. Of course, you can mess that up 30 different ways, but the idea is same kind of thing. You put it in a sheet protector, and it's a lot of fun for the kids if you make it into a timed event. Okay, so the positive numbers, the regular facts, and then the negative ones, they all are kind of exactly the same. I list the pattern right up here for them. Now, other things that kids should know. This version is called version F10A. Now, what that means to you and me is fraction, tenths, and there's an A, a B, a C puzzle. So if you do tenths, of course, you and I know that it goes 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, all the way up to 10/10. But if you simplify, it doesn't go like that. It goes 1/10, doesn't go to 2/10. It goes to 2/10, which simplifies to 1/5. Then 3/10, then not 4/10, but 2/5, then 1/2, 3/5, 7/10. These are, again, certain patterns that some of us learned that we all really should know. So, again, this puzzle, you put in a sheet protector and you start having some fun. Ready? And the kids, 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know where the answer is, so I'll give it a shot. 1/10, 2/10 is 1/5, 3/10. You need to get to 4/5, or 4/10 is 2/5. 1/2, 6/5, 7/10, 8/10. Oh, I'm doing good. 9/10, 1 whole, 9/10, 8/10, 8. No, sorry about that. 7, 6. I made a boo-boo. 9. I guess when I was here, so I would. Let me show you what you would do. You wouldn't erase the whole thing. That would be silly. We were doing so good. So I'm going to come to here, and I said, oops, I made a boo-boo. So now I went off track right there. So let's go back and get my pen. Looks like I should have gone this way. 8, 7/10, 6/5, 1/2, 2/5, 3/10, bop, bop, bop. Done. Okay, so I'm doing good so far. So this one is tenths, and again, they're simplified. Another important thing that we would like kids to learn. This one is called F8A. So again, it's going, but this one, so you know, it's eighths. So it's one eighth, two eighths, three eighths, four eighths, five eighths, but of course they're simplified. So it goes one eighth, one fourth, three eighths, one half. And the idea is it goes up to one whole and then back down. Let's go to the next one. This one is percents. So it's percents, and it's by one is because it's 1%. This one goes from 1% up to 10% and then back down to 1%. So it goes 1%, 2%, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 4, down to 1. But here's the trick. They might be written in other forms. So you start with your 100th. So from there, you need to go to 2%. Well, it could be 2%, it could be 0.02, and it could also be 200ths, which would be 150th. Let's see, I think it goes this way. 100, 2%, 3%, 4%. 5% would be 1/20th, 6%, 7%, 8%, 9%. Doing good. I'm gonna stop there. But again, it works back down 9%, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, I got it. Okay, so this is the pattern for that kind. These are percents, but by 10%. So I'm supposed to be going 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. But again, it could be in different forms. So it could be 10%, go to 20%, goes to 3/10, goes to 4.4, goes to 50%, 6, whatever. And you can do that puzzle. Is that all of them? Nope. And then 1/8 as percents. This is one that I don't know that everyone's going to agree with me, but it would be nice if kids knew these. So it's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, which is of course 12.5%, 25%, 37.5%, 50%. These are the only other percents that I was thinking they should master. So again, it goes from 1/8 to 2/8. So when we do that, go 1/8, 2/8 is 1/4 or 25%, 3/8, 4/8 is a half, 5/8. 6/8 is 3/4, which is 75%, and 8, and there we go. And I'm off to a good start. And then from there, you just keep going. Obviously, that's not the root because I'm about to get stuck. But that's the idea. This one is 20%, so it goes 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 80, 60, 40, 20. Then it goes back up again. This is the only puzzle that does this because it's such a small pattern. Then it goes 40, 60, 80, 100 again, 80, 60, 40, 20. And again, there's all different forms of that, and it would be challenging. Of course, these are not instructional sheets. These are not the first introduction. Something needs to be done to introduce kids to these concepts, but once they have been, these are very good for helping them to practice and then master them. Any other Snakester? Now, in the back half of the center is the answer keys. The answer keys are an exact duplicate of the original puzzle, except I blackened out the correct root so that you, the teacher, would have no problem finding it. Once in a while, if I'm working with some students that are struggling, there are times where I might actually, since I'll know the root already, if they try, this is the 2 times table one, they do 2, 4, 6, and then they can't get, remember, you can't go diagonal to the 8, so you can't do that. 2, 4, you can't get to the 6 because it's diagonal. If I see any frustration with them, I might give them the first couple and start helping them. Oh, let's try this one, man. 2, 4, and then help them from there. And again, these are the Snakester Game Center. And the beginning ones have the regular multiplication tables. Then there's the negative. Then it gets into all these fractions, decimals, and percents, which again are things that we need to get kids to not just learn them, but at some point to truly understand them and then really master them so that they're memorized and they don't have to do so much work sometimes to do some fairly simple concepts. So that's the end of video number 5.